Hey guys, Corey Digman here from Digman Fitness. I want to welcome and introduce you guys to our exercise tip featuring the upper back of the thoracic spine and increasing shoulder mobility. Okay, so one thing I want to show you is a test that you can perform at home at the office that shows areas that may be a little bit tight or that you need work on as far as tissue release or mobility, and then show you the exercise or actually two exercises that are going to help improve that. So first things first, if you're standing, reach up overhead, arms straight. If you have trouble reaching up overhead without arching your back, the lats might be a little bit tight. So I have a few things. One, a release technique and a mobility exercise we do with a foam roll every day. Or even standing against the wall, elbows at 90 degrees, heels, butt, shoulders against the wall, opening up. If you can touch elbows and wrists against the wall with everything flush, then you're pretty good. If not, if you have to arch your back a little bit, if you have trouble getting your elbows are back, but you have trouble getting your wrists back, then the rotator cuff, the internal rotators might be a little bit tight also. So again, these kind of interrelate with each other. Sometimes you can see those things done in an overhead squat screen, but I want to show you just a few of many cool exercises to help improve mobility in the upper back and decrease pain. Okay, so first off, foam roll. Extensions, you'll need a foam roll and a kettlebell. It can be anything that's anchored to the floor, treadmill, medicine ball, anything that's strong and heavy enough to do this. Get into your extension on your back. Just like we normally do here, keeping your butt down, exhaling overhead, dropping down, foam roll across the shoulder blades. But instead now, your kettlebell is just out of reach. Lift your butt up, reach as far down and far out on the kettlebell as you can. Exhale and drop your butt down. Relax, take it in repetition. Reach as far as you can, exhale, drop your butt down. It's going to stretch everything throughout the whole pec, teres major into the latissimus dorsi. So great exercise to do in your warm-up, in between sets, several times throughout the day. Okay, so if you're at the office, one thing to do if you do not have a foam roll, if you're a little bit short on space maybe, one thing you can do is go up against the wall, reaching up overhead, high as you can, sitting your butt back, dropping your weight forward. Relax. What you want to do is create mobility in the upper back, so that way when we're at the gym and you're performing an exercise or even in your recreational sport, so we don't get injured. Okay, so there's areas throughout the body that provide mobility and stability, so we need to perform at an optimal level so we don't get injured. Okay, so one other thing before we finish up is tissue release exercises for the lat area and even in the teres major. So if you find your scap here, just below your armpit, that's where you want to trigger that point. Softball, tennis ball, or foam roll. So I always suggest using a foam roll. It's a little bit less severe. To find that area, find wherever it's most tight, and just sit on it and hold. You don't really need to pull. This can be a tender area, so you don't really need to pulse too much. Just find that area, relax that arm down, use this hand for support. So 30 seconds to a minute along with your other exercises in your warm-up. If this is an area that's a little tight, maybe you spend more time in your warm-up doing foam roll and even these extension exercises. So there you have it, folks. Helping you create better movement, mobility in the upper back into the shoulders.